Greetings. Welcome to TheQueenElle LLC. This is Queen Elle. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today's video is regarding Venus entering Taurus. So let's get started with our love reading. Now, as I'm shuffling our cards, I'm using our Modern Witch Tarot deck, and I'm using my Energy Oracle deck. But as I'm shuffling cards, just some notes. So Venus is the love planet, and it's also about the things that we enjoy most, the things that we like doing, the things that spark our passion and strike our fancy in life. Now, Taurus being an earth sign, Taurus is so that grounded energy. Taurus is a fixed sign, so very stubborn energy as well, but also very determined and very steadfast, very loyal energy. Now, those are just the basic facts. Just to look at some of the other planetary transits that we have taking place right now. So this Venus and Taurus transit is taking place, taking place on March 16th. However, right now, we have most of our main planets. So if you haven't checked out my planet video on Astrology 101 and just talking about the different energy of each planet, please check that out. I will link that above. However, we have, Saturn just entered Pisces. That's really exciting because that transit, Saturn has about a 2.5 year orbit around the sun. So it's been several years, and now Saturn will be in Pisces until about late 2025. Now, we also have Neptune in Pisces right now, Mercury in Pisces right now, and those planets are about inspiration. Mercury's, our communication planet. Aries, right now, we have Chiron in Aries. Venus has been in Aries. If you haven't checked out my video on Venus and Aries, I'll link that above. We have Jupiter in Aries as well, so that fiery energy. But for Taurus, since Venus is entering into Taurus, and this Taurus transit will take place again March 16th through April 10th. April 11th is when Venus will move into Gemini. So for about the next 3 weeks. Uranus has a slower orbit because it's further away from the sun. So Uranus is all about innovation, technological changes, and Uranus is in Taurus. So pretty stable energy. We have Mars in Gemini, and Mars is about action taking place, things being put into motion, just some things going on basically in Gemini, Gemini energy. So it's good as far as putting pen to paper, so to speak. So if you're looking to embark on any new territory, for one thing, with Saturn being in Pisces now, it's a great easy flowing, easygoing time to embark on some creative ventures. Okay. Now, like I said, with Venus entering into Taurus, so think about the things that you enjoy and make sure that you're consistent. Make sure that you set a plan in place. We talk about the lunar cycle, and we had a full moon recently that was March 7th, and now we're moving on into our different quarters. So we have the last quarter, which takes place March 14th. So that's kind of wrapping things up as far as the things that you released, and then putting a plan in place to, set your intentions and all of that, so you can start preparing for that, because we have the new moon coming up March 21st. Okay. So let's get going. So let's see what the spirit guides have in store for us, the message that they have for us with regard to this Venus and Taurus energy. Let's see. Okay, so we have the Empress card. This is in reverse. Now, the Empress is all about abundance. It's all about tapping into your divine feminine. And with it being in reverse, the question is, what's holding you back? What's stopping you from tapping in? Looking at some of the other transits, I mean, now that Saturn is in Pisces, it's all about finding out what your purpose is. Either you think you know what your purpose is and you're a bit, hesitant as far as exploring it, or you're still trying to figure it out. And believe me, I mean, the whole catchphrase, life's a journey, it really is. It's all about exploration. It's all about figuring out, not just tapping in. I mean, people like to talk about tapping in to the divine and to what sparks your fancy, what, things are in store for you. But sometimes, we can hit a little, mental block as far as, okay, well, I don't know. And so one thing I always like to say is, what things did you enjoy as a child? Just kind of cutting through the clutter, cutting through, any trauma that you've experienced, because, I truly can relate personally. However, just if you really think about any dreams that you had, and I'm talking early years, like less than 10 years old, things that you dreamt of, things that you, like to do as far as a hobby, things that, felt fun to you and kind of, lit a fire within you. What are those things? And I don't mean it in the most, I partly mean it in the most basic sense, but obviously you can develop those, desires now and make them relatable to you at this point in your life. But it's just kind of something to, get you started, to kickstart, to brainstorm. And you would be surprised. I always say put pen to paper. You would be surprised. Sometimes I type out my thoughts and my dreams, but again, you would be surprised what will come to mind, what spirit will give you, what the divine will give you to put out as soon as you start actually jotting something down. Everyone is not so aligned with meditating or, just centering yourself and mindfulness and all of that. Sometimes you just have to do things that are cathartic to you, things that are therapeutic, singing, dancing, cooking. Sometimes in the shower, you can just, kind of zone out and just, certain things will just come to mind. That has happened to me often lately. There are different frequencies, kind of like radio frequencies, that you can listen to different sounds, music, on YouTube, as well as different music platforms, free music platforms. You can just type in manifestation sounds, meditation sounds. I have found that the frequency 528 megahertz has really helped me as far as really tapping in. There's so many things that you can do to help get you started. Sometimes people can just have, just some quiet, peace and quiet, and tap into it. Some people, pray and things come to them. Again, you'd be surprised. There's so many different ways. So I'd be curious to know what ways you have, kind of heard from your inner voice, your inner intuition, that gut feeling, that really small voice, whether it's the creator, whether it's spirit, your ancestors, spirit guides, the angels. I'd just be curious to know what ways you tap in and hear that voice. Okay, let's see what else. All right, we have the Four of Cups. So, cups, I always say cups are our emotional source with regard to the expression from the cards. Now, the Four of Cups means, there's some type of emotions that are swirling around. Being emotional is not a bad thing. Being sensitive is not a bad thing. We're in Pisces season right now. It's very sensitive, very emotional, water sign, just free flowing emotions. And there's nothing wrong with that. Tap into it. Don't try to, block it out. Whatever you're dealing with, whatever, might be kind of not so much weighing you down, but I'm getting a sense of just mulling some things over. And this is the time. I mean, we have, Pluto entering into the age of Aquarius coming up on March 23rd. And there's a transformation taking place. And it's a great thing, but it can be a bit, scary sometimes in the sense of, okay, like it's the unknown, but just connect with it, accept it, embrace it. Okay. Now, okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so again, exploring, brainstorming, the things that you enjoy doing. And from what I've said from my recent Jupiter transit video, I will link it above, is this also has to do with some prosperity, some monetary gain that will be received as a result of exploring the things that you enjoy and using those gifts, sharing them with the world, being of service. Yeah, so great time. It's really a great time. Okay, and we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is all about that collective consciousness and a sense of community and collaboration. So let me put one more card, and then I'll give the overall message. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. Again, like I said, transformation, this journey that we're on. So let's see. I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of breath. Allergy season affects my respiratory system. Let's see. Okay, so here we are. Now, in order to get to that boss empress energy, it's imperative to tap into your gifts. And sometimes we think we know what our purpose is, but we have multiple gifts. Don't, count out the, some of the other gifts that you have, because maybe you've been doing what has been comfortable to you. You've been staying within your comfort zone. Don't feel like you have to just focus on one thing and have tunnel vision. That can be great to not spread yourself too thin, but it's all about multiple streams of income right now. It's all about diversifying right now. So tap in, connect with, your other gifts, and you'd be surprised what else is just waiting just around the corner for you. Okay, as far as abundance and prosperity goes. So tap in. It's about, the journey. It's about connecting, finding that balance of that sacred masculine and divine feminine energy. There is a balance to be found, and life is all about finding that balance. And whenever, something is off balance, it's okay to figure it out and find that energy, that inner balance within you, so that you can see the most, growth within you, to see the best version of yourself, to see what else is in store for you. I mean, that's what I'm feeling, is there's so much more in store. you might, feel like, well, I'm actually in a good place right now. I'm here to tell you there is so much more in store. So much more. That's what Spirit's telling me, is there's an abundance here to be tapped into. There is so much more. So embrace it. Let's see what the Oracle cards have for us. The Sun. It's all about abundance. It really is. It's all about new ventures. It's all about the things that we enjoy that maybe we haven't tapped into in a while, or we've been putting on the back burner. This is the time to embark on that next chapter of your life and to see what that chapter will look like. It's an exciting time, like I said. So I really hope that this message has been helpful. With regard to the Taurus energy, I will say it's all about consistency. It's all about it's all about not allowing yourself to feel stuck in place or to be so set in what you know that the fear of the unknown kind of, gives you pause, gives you a sense of hesitation. It's time to release that hesitation, and it's time to embrace the unknown and tap into those extra gifts that you just have not really tapped into. Either you haven't tapped into them in a while, or you just haven't tapped into them at all. So now is the time. I look forward to hearing about testimonies and just seeing what things look like on the other side. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you like videos like this, please check out my channel. I have lots of Astrology 101 videos. Thank you so much. Ashe. Peace.